everybody, I'm back again with another video. I'm so proud of myself because this is the second day that I have been consistent with recording. I know you see me looking this way instead of directly this way. It's because I'm recording on my iPad and the camera is this way, long story short. But so I just wanted to come back today again and give you guys have you guys meet some more of my babies. So today I'm gonna have you guys meet Baby Spice. I name all of my plants. My plants are named after people, celebrities basically, that I like. So it may be a movie, maybe a celebrity from a movie, like a character. It may be like somebody in a group. It may be like somebody that was just hot at the time. Basically, these people will either be from the late 90s to the early 2000s. But yeah, so I don't need nobody asking why I name my plants what I name them and whatnot, because that, it's my business, like Miss Tabitha say. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all this one. But also today I wanted to just finish back up on my conversation, like introducing me and going over how do I get into this. But yeah, so before I start all of that, I do want to show you guys the inside. I don't know if you can see, there's like some funky looking white stuff. Like that white stuff that be growing on some of y'all's tongues. But we'll get into that. So I do want to say that today is a very, very, very special day for me today. Today is October 23rd. 4 years ago today, I made the ultimate transformation. Went into a cocoon and I came out a butterfly. I don't like butterflies, by the way. I'm scared of butterflies, but that was the best analogy I could give you guys. So 4 years ago today, my life was forever changed. I was rebirthed through a spiritual journey and it was amazing. And I live in that bliss every day. And I just want to say how grateful I am to have another year, 4 years of this amazing journey that I have been a part of. And I'm looking forward to the rest of my life for this amazing journey to unfold and show me everything that it is that I am supposed to be. But enough of that. So this is Baby Spice. Like I said, as you can see, my emotional support plants. All my plants are my emotional support plants. So I have no particular plant that, well, I do have a favorite, and that's Ephesia, who's back here. But I have no particular plant that aside from Ephesia that I, prefer. She's just my preference. But I love this little fella too. I'm going to show y'all some pictures of this when I initially rescued her. So I rescued her from and when I say rescued, I mean like, it could be like the plant was a rehab. That's basically what I do. I only do rehabs. I don't go and buy brand new plants off the shelf and all of that. My plants are rehab because my life, the analogy I like to use is plants when it comes to my life. I'm a rehab, my plants are rehabs. So, but I rescued her from a individual who had a nursery outside of their home, and I went there to look and see because at the time I was getting into the whole nursery thing with the plants. The end goal is for me to start a online plants plant shop basically. So yeah, I rescued her. She was all dead looking. She was small. She had like maybe 1 or 2 leaves on her. And I just brought her home. I loved on her. I didn't do anything. I just left her alone. One thing I will say, whenever you guys get plants, before you go through the transplanting process, leave them plants alone. Leave them alone. It's shocking for them to leave out of one environment and then go to another environment. Everything is different. The temperature is different. In my opinion, the air is different. The quality of the air is different because sometimes people's vents may be dusty. People don't dust them. And, you know, plants, they're very sensitive, just like we are. Just like, you know, if I go to somebody's house that's a smoker, I'm gonna get to sneezing and coughing. Same thing with a plant. But so you have to give them time to get acclimated to their environment. Let them stay in their soil because that's the only thing that is familiar to them at that moment. And once they do get acclimated, and for me, when I gauge a time frame for my plants to be acclimated, first of all, I let them tell me when they're ready. Then when they tell me, I will go ahead, go through the process, love on them, take the dirt off of them, check out their roots to see what I'm working with. And then if the root's looking a little weird, you know, I like to rinse the roots off. That's just my preference. I rinse them off because I want to see the root. And once I do that, if it looks well, then I will add just a wee bit of its soil that it originally came in. So it won't be like a total shocker. The plant will have some of whatever it was getting from that other plant soil at the time. Before I transplant my plants, I give them, I want to say maybe anywhere from 3 to 4 months before I mess with them. For me, I feel like it takes that amount of time, at least with my plants. That's what we feel. And other people may feel something differently about their plants. You know, there may be some type of rule book, handbook, whatever the case may be, but that's not what I operate off of. I operate off of what my plants tell me, what my ancestors tell me, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do whatever you want to do with your plants, but as for my plants, this is what I do. I just want to keep reiterating this so that we don't get people saying, no. I do with my plants what I choose to do because they're my plants. Do whatever you want to do for your plants. I'm going to do whatever I want to do for mine. But, so I had her outside all summer. I left her out there when I got her because I got her over the summertime. And I kept her out there. She just did her little thing and soaked up sun, got the rain, go outside, spend time with her and all that. The kids spent good time with her. And she just grew. She just started to climb. So the plant, I can't remember if I told y'all what type of plant this is, but it comes from the Monstera family. This is called a Swiss cheese plant. Obviously, we know why it's called a Swiss cheese plant. So it's a vining plant, which means that it's going to climb. I actually just put this back brace on her because her back was twisting all kinds of which ways. So I just wanted to give her a little support. So I gave her back brace, and I am going to update it. I don't know if you guys see, she has a new little baby coming in. I'm so proud every time I'm a grandma. So when they start to unfurl, this is what they look like when they start to reproduce, when they start to grow out new leaves. This is how you know they're happy, they're healthy, and it will come out of, I don't know what to call them. They look like little cocoon shoots if you ask me. But the plant, and wherever you see these, that means a plant, a new leaf is coming in. New stem, new life, everything. So don't trim it, don't mess with it. So I brought this plant home. I didn't do anything to her, no trimming. I waited a while, and then, you know, we just hung out over the summertime, and I repotted her and all of that good stuff. One thing I will say is that you, again, I know last video I told y'all, you have got to make sure you do not overwater your plants. I know it's exciting. I know you want to touch them. I know you want to do all this kind of stuff. You want to feel like Martha Stewart. Great. Great. Don't do that though. It's better to rescue or revive a plant that is dehydrated than a plant that has drowned. Okay? Just think about it as a human. If somebody throw you in the ocean, you're dead. You're dead. There's no bringing you back. Now, if you're a little dehydrated, right? You got yourself stranded in the Sahara and somebody come across you, they could possibly revive you a little bit because you need something to hydrate you, right? Okay, so now that we got that established, do not overwater your plants. Don't do it. So I just brought this one in because I'm trying to go ahead and get them ready to transition back into the home. Bless you. Because again, these things are shocking. I'm taking it out of one environment and I'm putting it back into another environment. So I want to make sure that this plant understands I am not trying to kill her as I shake her and say that. But she knows I mean well. So this is Baby Spice. I don't know if I told y'all the name. I told y'all that my brain, so y'all gonna hear me say stuff like 5 million times the same things, or you're gonna hear me like talk about different topics, but it's all gonna lead us back to the original thing. I guarantee you that. It's gonna lead us right back to what I was trying to say. So obviously I, growing up, was a Spice Girl fan. I love all the Spice Girls. Love them. So that's why she got her name. I do have plants that have all the Spice Girl names, and we'll meet them. And yeah, so I want to show y'all what's going on the inside before we start talking about other stuff. We saw it already, the little white stuff. Okay, just want to show y'all again. So this is absolutely harmless. This is not harmless. This is nothing that's going to crawl up off the plants and crawl up your nose and take control over your mind. It's not a bug. All this is, it's called white mold. It's just a little mold. We all know wherever there's moisture and humidity, there's mold, okay? So just keep that in mind. All I do, when I see this, I just kind of hold off on doing any type of humidifier, misting, any type of anything that I would have normally done to create some type of moisture. I would back off of it. So I am going to poke the stick. Remember I told y'all the skewer. I'm going to poke it in there and it'll tell me what's going on with the soil. So the soil is pretty good. It has a little bite back to it. So I'm going to leave it as is. But it is, it's not overwatered. It has just been exposed to high humidity and it's just damp. It just needs to be dried out. So what I do is I take my little skewer and I mix it. I just mix it in. I just incorporate it and it's fine. It goes away basically for the most part. And I do want to say, I think I forgot to tell y'all, I don't do it often and I don't do it on every single plant, but certain plants I like to aerate the soil. I don't know if that's something that you should do for all plants. My preference are my smaller plants. I like to do that for. Sometimes I have like the medium-sized plants. As long as they're in a bigger pot, I will go through and kind of like poke holes through it, you know, just to let it breathe a little bit through the roots. Because yeah, it needs oxygen, obviously. So I like to poke around in the soil and just kind of, you know, loosen it up a little bit, because sometimes when it's exposed to a lot of water and stuff like that, the soil becomes packed and it bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It creates a lot of pressure in the bottom, so it becomes really packed, and so I just like to let's go clean our nose. Go get a wipe. Okay? It's my princess, my baby. So yeah, I like to go down and, you know, just kind of poke around. Remember I said that the plant is not as delicate as we think. The roots are supposed to root. The roots already know what to do. Now, I'm not saying go in and turn into Michael Myers and start stabbing away at the plant and the root system. Don't do that. But I am saying, like, if you prick it a little bit, you know, if you ruffle the feathers a little bit, it's not going to die. But if you're slicing into it like it's a piece of steak, it is going to die. There you go. Blah. I'm pretty sure y'all hear the infamous washer and dryer going. Because again, you know, I have to do what I have to do. No, we're not gonna recycle that. Let's throw it away. She wiped some snot on a wipe and she wanted to put the wipe back inside of the pack. I appreciate her trying to save, but not that. I also, like, I know I told y'all yesterday to get like the little, like I had the microfiber gloves and all that kind of stuff. I use that from time to time, but stuff like this, I'm not gonna take that. It's just a little, I'm looking you over, giving you a little love and all of that. So it's just a little dusty. I told y'all if not every day, every other day, I do hit my plants just to make sure, because my maintenance days, I don't want to be breaking my back trying to maintenance my plants. So if you walk up to your plant, just rub the leaf. If you feel a little something on it, just rub it off. Again, don't be pulling on it, because if you pull on it, you're going to kill it. You're going to rip the leaf off, obviously. But just rub your fingers through, and it's just a little dust. Actually, this is dust from it being outside. My plants inside don't have dust on them, but because it's coming back in, it's just a little dusty. Now, I still take care of my plants when they're outside. I maintenance them. I spray them with neem oil. We have a routine with that. I give them fertilizer. We have a routine with that. I do their pest control. We have a routine for that. So even though they're outside, I still maintain my plants even though they're outside, because whatever creepy crawlers are on outside, they can creepy crawl right in the house. And your other plants will become infected, infested, and all of that. You too, depending on the type of bug it is. So I like to check underneath the leaf, because there are things that can, ride into the house, looking for a place, because winter is approaching and everybody needs a home. And some things you do see, everything is not always a bug. Like, where's the camera? I don't know if you can see that, but anyway. I check under the leaves just to make sure that everything's okay. There's nothing hiding. Nobody's trying to take advantage of my plant. And it looks good, because even when my plants are outside, I do this. I check on my plants because I genuinely love my plants. So her stem looks really healthy and strong. She was not like this when I first got her. She was a wee bitty little old plant hanging on for dear life. And so I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get her. I have to rescue her from this madhouse, because this lady is not trying to take care of her. All this lady's trying to do is get a quick buck. So I rescued her. All of my plants, again, are rescued. My talent that I just, man, my soul was about to jump out my skin. It was just a piece of soil. All of my plants are rehab plants. I prefer to rehab my plants because it really brings me peace to do it. I get to see something that was on the brink of death, and because I've loved it, I've nurtured it, I've invested time and energy into it, it comes back to life. It grows, and it makes me feel good as a person to see that. It does. It helps me get over my days that are very challenging. And I look forward to waking up and seeing my plants every day. I come downstairs, and I tell them good morning and ask them how they slept, all of that good stuff. At night, I come and tell them good night. I give them so I miss them twice a day. I like to miss them right before bed and then in the morning. Don't saturate the leaves. Don't pour water on them. Don't water the soil. You just get you a little spritzer like you saw yesterday that I had, and you just lightly mist the leaves. A lot of the plants that I have, and majority of the plants are tropical plants that you will see. And a lot of the plants that we get that are like that, they're not, are you okay? The environment that we put them back in is not what they're used to. So they are used to high humidity and all that kind of stuff. So, this is Baby Spice. And just make sure that whenever you do have a plant like this leaning and all of that, just buy the back brace. I call these back braces, just because I do. But I call it a back brace because She was all slouched over, and now that I've helped her, she's sitting back up. I want to also point this out. These little things, I know sometimes you'll see them on like orchids and some other plants. For me, those are hair clips. Those hair clips. So I just order hair clips or use the hair clips that I already got. Cheaper, you get more for your money, and then you can get all kinds of colors, varieties, and whatnot. So that's what I do for those. And I do recycle a lot. A lot of my things I recycle. This actually came from an orchid that I had. I still have it. I'll introduce y'all to my orchids another day. But I recycle a lot of the things that I have with my plants, like the soil. I'll take the soil that it came out of. As long as the soil is healthy, there's no creepy crawlies in it, I reuse my soil. I will actually mix the soil that it came out of into some of the new soil so that it will not go into full-blown shock and start seizing up, just to kind of help it get acclimated to the new environment that it's about to be living in. I want it to still have what it was used to, but also expose it to something a little bit new so it can understand that's what we're going to be doing. That's the type of lifestyle you're about to be living. The soil that I'm giving you is what your lifestyle is about to be. So my plants are good about that. They understand it. They know that, and they do not give me any trouble because of that. So I do want to encourage y'all, if you don't already have a plant, if you're afraid you're going to kill plants, whatever the case may be, get you a plant. Get you something. Don't go out and get a big old lavish plant. Find you something that's on sale. Find you something that's half dead. And don't spend a lot of money on it. Just get it and spend time with it. Nurture it. See how it responds to you. See how you respond to it. Planting is very, very therapeutic. This is what brings me peace. This is what keeps me from being incarcerated. My plants. And if it weren't for my plants, I'm pretty sure they put me in the chair already. But I do adore my plants, and all seriousness, I think that everyone should have a plant, especially if you suffer from any type of, mental health uniqueness. That's just what I'm calling it, uniqueness. Get you a plant. Talk to your plant. Your plant is not going to judge you like all the rest of these humans. Your plant's going to listen to you. Your plant's going to understand. Your plants will get it, unlike most people who don't get it. So I would encourage you to get a plant and just start a journey for yourself of trying to heal from whatever it is that may be affecting you. And talk to your plant. Let your plant be your support system. We all know that humans will fail you every single time. I do not look for support in a human. I do not look for a shoulder to cry on with a human. That's my support system. This is the shoulder I cry on, because at the end of the day, I can tell my plant whatever it is, and my plant is not going to tell nobody. This is not going to tell nobody. It's going to listen, but it's not going to tell anybody. So whenever you're dealing with like challenges like that, just get you a plant, love on it, and, just know that we all got something that's going on. Some of us choose to share. Some of us don't. Some of us like to paint this picture like there's nothing wrong with us. We're Andre the Giant. We ain't got nothing going on, nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. And those are the people, honey, that are at home contemplating whether they about to send themselves to Ray's Boom Boom Room. So just know that those people that be trying to make you feel like something wrong with you and you crazy and all of that kind of stuff, and why can't you be normal? Just know that those are the people who are at home thinking about sending themselves and their family to Ray's Boom Boom Room. So just take refuge in knowing that. So yeah, I will make another video again. This video, I'm surprised it's not as long as it was the one that I did yesterday. Remember, I'm not editing my videos, especially the ones that I don't actively curse on, because if I go back and try to edit and I critique myself, I'm just going to delete the whole video. And I don't want to do that because I could possibly save somebody's life. and I'm worried about what I'm looking like and if did I say this right, and then next thing you know, I'm not posting a video and somebody was waiting on this video that I didn't know, and now they ain't gonna get the video because I was being stupid and selfish. So I do not go back and edit my videos. Now, obviously the ones where I get too excited and I start cursing a lot, I may go back and have my kids or myself put the little beep in it because, yeah, I don't know what YouTube's rules and regulations are. I probably should go back and read it. I'm pretty sure I did, but I got so much other stuff on my mind. I mind dump a lot. Some things that I just don't retain. I don't care to retain in my mind. So yeah. But yeah, so next time when I come back, I'll make another video. We'll talk about another plant. I will give you guys more information on where the background, like the origin, where the plant came from, you know, what the conditions was like when I originally got the plants. Just know all my plants were near Ray's Boom Boom Room. They were about to go see Sky Daddy. That's where they were about to go. So I'll bring on some of my other plants and we can talk about them. And also, now that I feel like we're comfortable now. You know how like you date somebody and you go through this little shy stage. You don't want to eat in front of them. You don't want to pass gas in front of them. I didn't have that problem, honey, because one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna eat. You're not gonna find me not eating because I don't want you to know I eat, baby. No, I want my food, your food, and whoever's sitting next to me's food. So, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that one. I forgot, but oh no, I remember now. I was talking about us getting acquainted. So yeah, now that we are away from that phase in the videos, I'll just go ahead and I can start talking a little bit more freely. That's my manager calling, so I gotta go answer to my manager, because if not, my manager will handle me. So, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I forgot there's something that I'm supposed to say at the beginning or the ending of videos. Like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification. I think that's what they be saying on them videos or whatever the hell they be saying. But just do that. I mean, it's a no-brainer, obviously. If you like what I'm posting, obviously common sense will tell you to make sure you subscribe to the channel or you like the channel and you share it. You know, I don't say that because I figured like it's self-explanatory, you know. But for those of us that don't know, please like, subscribe, share, and make sure that you set yourself up for notifications so when I do other videos and whatnot, you will know when it's happening. But yeah, until next time, I gotta go because my manager just came downstairs and he looks like he's about to hand it to me. So I need to go. All right, bye.